Life in general right now, I think is very sticky and tough for a lot. And you know, the homeless, a lot of us, even with business, you're only one bad deal away from going broke. You know, you make one bad decision with maybe your flats, or maybe with your event space, or maybe someone comes in and does something and shoots the, like, you're only one bad decision away from not having anything. And that's why I try to be as empathetic as possible to someone who's in that situation. Because it's on.
No, so they say next year in New York is gonna be $60 an hour. Okay. That's in New York City. Everything else, like upstate New York or downstate, is gonna be $15.
Okay. So and I think what's London's minimum wage? What's the London?
It's like £11, I think.
Minimum wage per hour. Let me have a look.
Yeah. I think the living wage or something is like 13, maybe like 13, £14.
Let me see. London minimum wage. Let's have a look.
Even that stinks.
London minimum wage.
Jobs are like £3.
£13.50.
Yeah, that's my first job.
Yeah, £13.50.
What the minimum wage or living
minimum
wage?
No, the London living wage 2000.
Because the living wage ain't the minimum wage.
£11.95. Sorry.
Yeah, see,
£11.95. Both rates will increase by 10% from April 2024. So this is the problem now. London living wage is £11.95. Yeah, and let's say the average full-time salary is what, 40 hours a week.
Yeah.
So you're doing £11.95. Yeah, you times that by 40, that's £478 a week. Yeah, 5k is what somebody would be earning if they just done their 40 hours. Now you got to take away the tax from that. Okay, let's just divide that by 12. So 24k divided by 12 equals 2,000. Let's say the tax is, let's just average it at 20%. So that's taking off another £400. £1,800 a month. Forgetting NI and all of that, let's just call it 1.8 a month. It could
be the London dream, bro.
What can someone do with £1,800 a month in London? Well, that's the London. Forget Birmingham. That's London.
You have to be in a relationship with someone making the same. That's the only way you're gonna survive. Literally,
there's a lot of girlfriends and boyfriends that are not girlfriends and boyfriends, but are in the same house because of that situation.
That's the only way you're gonna survive.
Yeah, they're not in real relationships. They're staying together because of the cost of living.
No, you thought I was bantering when I said it. It wasn't a joke. It's real talk. That's the only way you're gonna survive.
You gotta have you gotta cohabit with someone.
Yeah, you have to cohabit. Yeah.
£1,800, you ain't doing, and I don't say this in a demeaning way, but someone who's on £11.95 who's doing 40 hours a week is taking on roughly about 1.8 a month. And let's say you're a man, and let's say you've got you want your own space, you've got like a 1-bed flat, and I always use Croydon because that's where I live. A 1-bed flat is costing you like what, 1,200, 1,250. So then you then minus 1,200 because you don't live by yourself, and obviously you shouldn't live by yourself if you're earning 1.8. You should be in a room. I know it's gonna sound bad, like don't tell me what to do, but mate, if you're spending half of your salary on your rent, there's a problem. There's a big problem, and I don't know what. And we always moan about this situation financially, but I don't know what we're gonna do.
Shit, they're saying just to rent something in New York as of December 2023 is $3,646
for a studio.
Yeah, that's the average.
$3,000 a month for a studio.
I told you New York is a
what's
mess.
a studio like? Basically one big room.
Yeah, one big room.
So basically, like everything just there's no wall separation. Just
no separation. Bro, the size of this.
And that's $3,000.
Yeah. New York is a mess, bro. I don't know why anyone wants to move somewhere like there. You're gonna suffer. New York is a mess. New York, LA, forget. And that same amount, you know, you're getting a madness in Atlanta for that 3.6.
Yeah, that is
for 3.6, you're getting a madness. In Houston, you're getting a madness for 3.6. Yeah. You're living like a king in Houston. I don't know why they want to live in New York. It don't make no sense. It's stressful. But look, we're even laughing at it. Yeah? Imagine London in 10 years.
Yeah, it's fucked.
Bro, London in 10 years is going to be around the same.
I can see it.
Yeah,
I can see it. And where I'm at, staying with my family, that's like a hub of sorts. So everything is there, and like you can walk to this, you can walk to that. Yeah. They saying the whole place is going to be changing soon. You see it, you could tell. Yeah. You could tell.
That's mad. That is mad. And putting housing and issues aside, and putting Biggie aside, who, as far as you're concerned, is the greatest New York rapper?
I like the way he's done that.
He said put Biggie aside.
Let's take Biggie aside. Who's the greatest New York rapper?
Damn, They ain't gonna like me for this. I would say I like Nas,
Okay.
but everybody else goes with Jay, and I can see why they go with Jay. So I think I came to the point where I gotta accept that Jay is everyone's creme de la creme.
In New York,
Yeah.
if somebody what's your biggest arena or your biggest stadium in New York? Like,
Madison Square Garden is the most famous arena.
Is it the biggest, capacity-wise?
I think they might be a little off, but so either Barclays or Madison Square
20,000?
Garden.
Was it
Yeah,
20,000?
something like that.
Out of
That's
Nas,
how they say Barclays as
out of
Barclays.
Nas, 50 Cent, and Jay-Z. Who could do 5 nights?
Jay.
So you wouldn't say 50 Cent could do 5 nights?
Not like Jay.
You sure?
I listen. The way he sells out when they said he what was his last tour, and he sold out, and the way they good at marketing the promotions. So they're gonna pump it. They're gonna say, oh, he's gonna come out here because he's very scarce. He doesn't come out all the time.
Okay.
These guys, you might see them here and there. Like 50 just did his tour, right?
Yeah, but he done
dates.
Yeah.
He done the whole of the world basically.
Bro, but he sold out
And-
everywhere.
Jay gonna sell out.
You think Jay could do a
You
50
think
tour?
Jay could do a 50 tour?
He can, but he won't do it. The guy is too much. You got to think on a whole different level. Like for him to come out and do a 50, he's not. If you're gonna say 3 nights only, that's it. He's gonna sell them out. And if they selling tickets at 10 o'clock, by 10:01, computers down, people, it's like Taylor Swift.
But do you think is that popular worldwide still? Because you know what it is here. The reason why I'm asking this,
I
here,
never
you see,
felt that Jay was popular outside of.
America.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you know, like when him and Kanye done Watch the Throne tour, when it was Jay-Z's part,
Yeah.
a lot of people, especially like the crowd, was very white. A lot of people didn't know Jay-Z's lines.
Yeah.
Like, so you're talking about like all the old tunes from late 90s and that. So like I'm in a corner rapping along and everyone's looking.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, oh shit, you lot are really here for Kanye.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I said, do you think Jay could sell like 50? Because 50,
I'll
bro,
like this.
50, how many shows did you do here? What, 3 shows in it?
I don't know.
I think in London alone he had like 3 sold out.
Yeah.
So that's in London alone. He could have sold out more. That's the thing. And then he done like Manchester, Birmingham, I think. You know what I mean? Then he done the whole of Europe. He done India. He done Dubai, Abu Dhabi.
Why do you feel Nas doesn't get the same acclaim that Jay-Z gets?
I more so like the hits, like the party anthem. Like he's more like Jay will give you more of that in your face kind of music where it's up tempo, what's up. Nas is more of a thinker, more of a poet. So you gotta understand, you gotta be in a certain mind frame because everybody doesn't like that.
Okay.
Everybody doesn't want to see and be awakened. So Nas, he gonna spit some stuff. It might go over your head. Might gotta come back to it. Jay's more clever in terms of the wordplay, so people are gonna catch it. And Jay is gonna hit you with the double entendre, triple entendres, and people are like, oh gosh, I didn't know. So that kind of thing. But I listen to Nas. I like Nas, but I could get it. But if you were to put all of them on an arena, let's say on an international stage, I would say 50. He's more of a global. It has more of a global impact. Then Jay, then Nas.
One thing I like about all 3 of them is that they've all diversified into business.
Yeah.
Like I think Nas was something to do with the ring bell or something
Yeah.
like that. I think obviously 50 Cent is in movies. I think bottles of water. He's done headphones. And I think Jay-Z's just basically done everything. You can see the diversification. Would you say that's just a New York thing, as to what New Yorkians are like, or you just say that it's just smart investments from these 3 men? Like I look at them as, can we see them as role models? Can we see Nas, 50 and Jay-Z as role models?
Maybe now.
Yeah.
Maybe now.
Yeah.
But we couldn't use their past.
Nah.
Nah. Jay, like these guys came in telling you what they did. You know what I'm saying? Nothing that you can't. Nothing that they introduction to how we were introduced to them was nothing that you could say. You know what, son? You should be like Nas. You should be like Jay. Like no one is gonna do that. Now you've seen the journey, and that's the thing. Like all 3 of those guys, you can respect the journey from rapper to now to businessman to philanthropist and everything of such. So when you say, yeah, be like him. This is the end result.